last week we were excited. A bunch of senators are coming on board, and some senators that are not widely known as progressives, that are Democrats in the Senate, saying, oh, you know what, public option, I'm on board, I want Harry Reid to push for it. We got up to 20 senators from the whole political spectrum saying, yes, public option, it makes sense. Schumer says, hey, look, it looks to be a political winner. Everybody seems to be in favor of this public option thing. Why aren't we pushing for it? Very logical, so people get excited, right? And then Harry Reid came out and said, at the end of the week, okay, if people want it, I'll put it in there. If the Obama White House wants it, it's in. If the senators want it, it's in. And people are also encouraged by that. Now, we noticed that there were a lot of ifs in that sentence, right? He didn't say he was going to put it in. He just said if, right? But one of the big ifs was, how about the Obama White House? And when the Obama White House was asked about it, they're like, oh, well, if Reid puts it in, sure, yeah, we'd be thrilled with that. You know, the president's always been in favor of the public option. So, well, here's where the rubber meets the road. Obama released his plan today. And guess what's not in it? I hope you're sitting. Shockingly enough, the public option is not in it. Who could have figured that? JR told you not to get excited. Of course it's not in it. Okay? When they asked the White House, Gibbs is like, you know what Gibbs says? Oh, the president really wanted to put it in there. Really? Who was stopping him? Who's above the president? Who's twisting the president's arm? Really? Is there somebody I don't know? Obama's like, I'm only the president of the United States of America. I can't really put it in. And you got all these Democratic senators saying, please put it in, right? They're lying to you. They're liars. The Obama White House is lying to you. They never, ever wanted the public option, and they fought against it all the way. And we know from Dana Milbank's article over the weekend that the main guy pushing against the public option, and who apparently has won this battle, is Rahm Emanuel, the genius, who thinks public option, which is so unbelievably popular throughout the country, is not the right way to go. Instead, this weak-ass, watered-down version, which is grossly unpopular throughout the country, is the way to go. Way to keep listening to Rahm Emanuel. So Gibbs says, the president is perfectly willing to put it in there if the Senate Democrats insist on it. Wow. That's a ringing endorsement. It's a joke, man. It's an absolute joke. Why? And they cut the deal, man. They cut the deal with the special interests. They cut the deal with the corporate lobbyists. They told them, whether it was the drug companies, the medical manufacturers, they brought them into the White House too, the hospitals, the doctors, and most importantly, the health insurance companies. They cut the deal saying, they promised all of them, I know you're all afraid of the public option because you're raping the system now. We pay 3 times as much as the Japanese do, and we live 6 years less, okay? And all that extra profit goes right into all these companies. I know you guys are making a killing doing this, literally a killing, right? People are dying all over the country because they don't have health insurance, or they're not covered, or they thought they were covered, but then they got denied coverage. I know you're making a killing doing this, so I don't want to rock the boat. I'm genteel Barack Obama. I just want a tiny little bit of pocket change. Can I get some pocket change? So I know you're all against the public option. So I promise you, cross my heart, hope to not get reelected, that I will never fight for the public option, and I will do my best to kill it. And again, Obama has delivered. Now their excuse is, oh, I don't know if we have the votes in the Senate. Well, why don't you try being a leader and find out if you do or you don't? And it seems like you actually do. You might, right? But that's not the point, because he does. It's not that he's not being a leader. He is leading. He's leading against it. He doesn't want it, right? And then their second complaint is, well, you don't understand those mean Republicans. If we put the public option in there, they're going to say it's a government takeover of health care. Huh, interesting. Because John Boehner just put out a statement on Obama's weak version of health care. The one that has no public option, no Medicare buy-in, no government takeover, no government option at all, right? Here's Boehner's statement. The president has crippled the credibility of this week's summit by proposing the same massive government takeover of health care based on a partisan bill the American people have already rejected. Well, you look at that. He charged you of a massive government takeover anyway. Huh. Who could have seen that coming? It doesn't matter what you put in the bill. he's going to say you're taking the government, doing a government takeover anyway, because Frank Luntz, his pollster, told him that those words scare the American people, and that's what he should use. Let me continue with Boehner's statement, see if it gets any more reasonable. This new Democrats-only backroom deal doubles down on the same failed approach that will drive up premiums, destroy jobs, raise taxes, and slash Medicare benefits. All those concessions to the Republicans. Does it look like you won them over? They still say it's going to destroy jobs and kill Medicare, et cetera, et cetera. And just in case it wasn't clear enough, here's his last sentence. Boehner says, this week's summit clearly has all the makings of a Democratic infomercial for continuing on a partisan course that relies on more backroom deals and parliamentary tricks to circumvent the will of the American people and jam through, say it with me, a massive government takeover of health care. In case you didn't get it the first time, he said. Turns out you can't appease the Republicans. Turns out you can take out every piece of the legislation that might help the American people or offer them an option that is not based on private insurance, which is killing us. And it turns out the Republicans say you're going to do a government takeover anyway. Now, people can't be that stupid. Obama can't be stupid enough to think that Boehner wasn't going to say this, that the Republican response wasn't going to be this. He's not stupid enough to think that, oh, my God, if I don't do any leadership at all, this public option might magically appear on its own. No, he doesn't want it. He agrees with the Republicans. He agrees with the conservative Democrats. The agreement is, and this is why the American people are so mad. Another poll came out from CNN saying overwhelming majorities of the American people think the government is broken. Why is it broken? Because both sides agree, let's make sure we hose the people. And it's a competition of who can take the lobbyist money the best way. Is it the Republicans who say to the lobbyists, we'll do whatever you want, or is it the Democrats who are a little craftier and who say, oh, we'd love to help a brother out. Oh, we'd love to help you. We'd love to give you the public option. The Republicans twisted my arm. No, okay. No public option, sorry. Lobbyists, come on. That was good. That was good. Money, 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 money. What's the motivation? It's the money, Lebowski. Rahm Emanuel told Barack Obama, we're going to get more Democrats elected to Congress if we take more lobbyist money than the Republicans do. You don't understand those conservative Democrats in those swing districts. They need the money. The votes don't matter. Only money matters. Money buys votes. That's the way this system is built. He told that to Obama, and don't blame Rahm Emanuel. There'll always be a Rahm Emanuel. There'll always be an advisor like that. You have to blame Obama. Obama's the one that said, Rahm, you're a genius. You figured it out. Where do I sign on the dotted line? Who do you want me to make a deal with? Insurance companies, deal. Drug companies, deal, 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 deal. And then he turns around and goes, gee, why did we lose in Massachusetts? Gee, why don't the American people trust us anymore? Gee, what happened to change? You tell me, Barack, what happened to change? And you wonder why we're disappointed.